Hi! Welcome to the part where I talk about the struggles and the love and the hate. First things first, as a reminder, this side is my old set, Art Creation, 36 colors if I remember correctly, doesn't matter. It's a cheap brand, you get it everywhere here in this country. It's nothing big. Though I use Academy wash from Schminke. It says it's opaque. The thing is, it is not opaque for me because I mix it in with the normal white from Art Creation. But there is a tip you can, a tip I heard some years ago. Buy cheap colors and a good white or black, mostly white and black, so you increase the quality of your brush paints. So yes, basically that's it. Let's start with the elephant in the room. This is a draw this in your style challenge I was planning on doing some years ago. Yes, it's not that long, but I didn't really find any time to do it, so now I did it, and I know it's not the best artwork I've ever done. It won't be the best artwork I've ever done, but I like the way that I can test stuff. Like basically you saw me layering the blue here, and I tried to test if I put a color on top with much water, if the layer below reactivates. So you can clearly see that the left side is more staining. I could not lift every single part of the strokes we have more a glazing style, we don't have like mixing, so it did not reactivate 100%. On the right side, it almost immediately reacted and reactivated. I could blend those colors together wonderfully, but I also have the problem that the brush strokes, the more water I use, are more prominent here. Usually people use gouache in the thick state, and not often is it used as a watercolor way. But you can do it both, that's why gouache is loved, because it's basically watercolor and acrylic paint can reactivate. So yes, the second thing I tried is the layering of the white. Like I said, for the left one I mixed the opaque, more expensive white gouache with my basic gouache, and it's hard to reactivate. By the way, I dried those in my palette, so it's basically the same as this one, though I have to say those are dry for a long time, so that means they need also a long time to get wet again. The thing is, with this combination, you can't really reactivate it. I don't know why. Maybe it's the Schminke one, maybe it's the Art Creation one, but it's hard to get wet again, and you can see it basically that the opaqueness is not really there. On the other hand, the white, I know I only had a thin layer in this palette, but it reactivated wonderfully. I don't know if it was dry completely, but I assume because I took 2 hours or 3 hours, yeah, 3 hours between putting the paint in and going back to the drawing, or better to start the drawing, and you can see how wonderfully it layered. It took me 2 to 3 layers to get rid of the blue. It's not gone 100%, you see it up here, but I think the effect is really interesting and better than the one layer I did here, because I gave up. I have to be honest, I gave up. I hate layering light colors on top of dark colors. That's why I usually don't do it. Yes, also if you have a problem with white colors, you can also use a normal acrylic paint and mix it with. You have to know that then it won't reactivate, but sometimes whites are just whites and you don't want whites to reactivate, so they get dirty. Yeah. Then I did base coloring, and I don't know if you saw that, but my blue and red mixture mixed with a bit of the lavender separated. You could also see it in a palette. I do not know if that is intentional, because some people love granulating colors, especially in watercolor, because they give it the drawing a specific touch. By the way, granulating watercolors incoming soon. I bought 3 colors. Let's talk about that later though. Yes, you saw the separation. I wasn't concerned too much because 1, it looked amazing. 2nd, my second layer would mix that back together, so I was not worried. What I was trying to do here is something I have an issue with normal watercolors. If you have too much pigment, it starts to get shiny. Like gouache is made, if I remember correctly, parts with honey. Like watercolors is made with honey and glycerin, and it can make the color look shiny. You can see it on this place. I overdid it extremely. I took the color and put it right as a glob on there. You can see the shiny part. That's dry color. You can rub on it. It's dry. That is a factor you have to consider, but that's with every gouache besides acrylic gouache and watercolor. Yeah. So then I had some dry brushing here. That worked really fun. Yeah, what can I say? The thing is, for me to say 100% that I like those more than those is hard and would make me take more time out of my day to experiment with them. The thing is, this is not a classic gouache painting. The classic gouache paintings, you know, are those, like literally acrylics. You do stuff like this, right? Block painting, and on top of that you use most of the times pencils, colored pencils, to get the texture in it. You rarely really use it as a watercolor, but there's still people doing that. More in this way. And I personally think the only way to achieve this specific look is using it straight out of the tubes, or using water to rehydrate them and let them sit for a while so they can put the water on through every pigment, that you can really use it as thick color. I can say that this process is absolutely almost 100% impossible with the art creation ones. I can only use it as watercolor. That is because for whatever reason, they do not love to combine back together in this thick paint. They have this, like you see here, this slimy part that is really wet and goopy, this here, and they have the strong hard part that will never really 100% get wet again. It's there, it's a bit wet, it's a bit squishy, but it will never get wet again. Those, on the other hand, I don't know if you can see that, but they melted. They literally melted. that can be, like I said, because they're only like 3 hours dry, and those are days dry, like literally days and months dry. We have over 30 degrees in this room, and those things were sitting in my cupboard and drying there, you know. So yeah, that is basically it. I will do another drawing, not in this video, don't worry. I will do another drawing with the thick, fresh paint, and then maybe I will see if I like them more than I like them now. And I can say that because they're vibrant, I like them more than my old art creation ones, because the problem is you can always go less vibrant, but you can never go more vibrant. And that's an issue with my set, because it's muted. It's really extremely muted. Those colors are vibrant like nothing. You can see it on my comparison sheet. That is my darkest blue. No chance in hell is that any. That is my orange. I can't go that vibrant. I also can't go that red vibrant. Mine is 2 tones darker. Even my yellow, I mean, yeah, the yellow, I chose the wrong yellow, could have used the other one, but even my yellow and my green, the worst nightmare is my green. I do not have an intense green. I only have muted ones. This is not usable. Luscious greens. Yes, you could make your greens, but it will never go that vibrant. Also my lavender is, this is the biggest offender, I have to say. I thought they looked the same, but you see the watery part, like up here? No, that is almost pink. I do not own a pink wash. That is amazing. Though the browns and the black are the same. Though I have to say, you see it here again. This shiny top, that is because a lot of color was used, also on the blue a bit, and if you do not like that, you have to be careful. My colors down here, on the other hand, they are matte like nothing. That's pure blackness. And this black, by the way, is black 2.0, which was one of the blackest black some time ago, which is, you can go more matte than this one. And I have to say, my black from the wash set is almost exactly like that, which is scary, because that thing costed a lot of money. So yeah, I hope that helped you in any way, shape or form. And this video is long, and I don't want to make it any longer. I hope you had some fun, you learned something, and if you have questions, put them down below. And next thing will be a better drawing than this one. I still enjoy it. It's lovely. And thank you very much for watching. I hope you have a nice day and weekend or whatever. And see you soon. Or hear you soon. Bye bye.